Hey, just before we jump into the episode, I'm wondering if you're using MEDDPICC at your company, if you're an AE or a sales leader listening to this. I've implemented MEDDPICC 3 times when I was a VP of sales, and now I help sales organizations implement MEDDPICC with their teams. I've got a free deal scorecard that you can basically evaluate and score your opportunities using the MEDDPICC framework to see where you've got gaps, where there's risk in your forecast, so that you can identify them and do something about it and mitigate that risk. So if you want to get a copy of that, head over to the website. There'll also be a link in the show notes. Go to therevenueenabler.com. You'll see there's a drop down called the Learning Hub. There's a button called the Downloads. When you go there, you're looking for the MEDDPICC deal score sheet. You can get instant access to that, as well as other things like the What We've Heard slide, my ghosting playbook, cold call scorecard, story builder, AI sales assistant, and so much more. So head over to therevenueenabler.com, go check out the Learning Hub and our downloads, and let's jump into the episode now. All right, guys, today I've got a mega episode. So I'm on this kind of AI train, so just follow me out. But got a really exciting use case if you're an account executive or an account manager or anyone that's managing a process to drive kind of new opportunities through to close one. So I've been like really, as you probably have kind of found if you're listening to the podcast, really nerding out on custom GPTs, AI. I'm building like SaaS apps now using AI tools, vibe coding, all of the time. And, just really kind of pushing the boundaries and getting curious on what AI can do to help me help my customers be more effective and also just run a better business. And I just do feel like, I spend my time with like 30, 40, 50 sometimes reps every week, either in a one-to-one or in a group context. And just very few reps are genuinely using AI. Most of them don't even log into it like on a weekly basis. I just went out the other day and bought a third monitor and just put ChatGPT on it, and like that's my GPT screen now. It's because it's just so valuable as like a partner, as your wingman, right? So it's really time to get curious. I'm even using like AI for James GPT, which is my AI twin. But one of the things I really want to talk to you about today is how you can use the projects feature inside of ChatGPT to manage your pipeline more effectively. Get rid of a load of admin that takes you ages, you don't like doing, which as salespeople, none of us like doing loads of admin, right? But it needs to be done. So I've got a bunch of steps that I'm going to take you through today. So really, really quick one, opening up ChatGPT. Kind of follow along as I'm doing this, right? So open up ChatGPT, go to the projects section, and then just create a project and call it your company name plus the opportunity name. So that might be the Revenue Enabler plus Acme Co., right? If I was selling to, a business there. And then what I want you to do is start to fill out the knowledge base, the files section. So what I want you to upload are things like business case template. So hopefully you're building a business case with your opportunities. Upload the template, state as a PDF, save that, upload it in there. Same with like your stage-based follow-up template. So if you've got email templates for pre and post discovery, pre and post demo, pre and post business case creation, negotiation templates that you use, save those as PDFs, upload those into the file stage. If you're using a What We Heard slide to really demonstrate we're listening, we understand your world, we can see you're here, we know you want to be there, this is what's stopping you from getting there, this is how we'll measure success, that kind of thing. Upload that as a slide, as a PDF into the knowledge base. I'm just looking at some of my notes here. Also upload your scorecards. So if you've got a scorecard for like, this is what great discovery calls look like. This is what great demo calls look like. This is what great negotiation conversations look like. If you're using a path to success framework, these are the critical steps we need to follow from where we are today through to the customer realizing that value. Like, what does a good scorecard for a call like that look like? Upload all of this in there. Your sales process stages, the steps inside of those stages, and then the exit criteria that you need to basically achieve before you can move from stage 1 to stage 2. Upload that in there. Pretty sure that's everything. Yeah, so upload all of those kind of bits in there. And then when you come off of a discovery call, off a demo, off a negotiation call, whatever it is, grab the transcript from whatever call recording tool you're using these days. Upload the transcript into the knowledge base and just call it like discovery call, or first meeting, or, initial demo or business case creation call, put a date next to it, save that in the knowledge base so it has the context. And then you can, once you've done all the heavy lift, which again won't take you very long because you'll have all of these saved as PDF. So for every new opportunity, you just basically bulk upload to the new project. But once you've done it, you can just go in and be like, hey, I've just come off a discovery call. Please use the discovery call transcript and our discovery email template to write me a discovery follow-up email. I did this literally last week on a call with a sales director, and like within 30 seconds, it was pretty much copy paste. There was very, very little I had to do because I gave it all of the good looking context before asking it to do something. So it's like, you want this to look like this from this. And that's where AI is really, really good. So that's one of the examples. A few days later, they were like, hey, we really like the approach. Can you pitch for the business? So we put together a business case. I'm a big fan of that. I still do it to this day. Helps me win a stupid amount of deals. And I just like, why not? Like, why would I not want to be helpful for my champion? Why do I not want to help them tell the value story? The problem is, it can take some people 30, 60 minutes to build a business case, and it's still pretty poor. So if you upload a template of what good looks like, by the way, all of this is from the Sales University, all of these templates, these courses, these lessons, like I teach all of this stuff to a lot of people, hundreds of AEs. You just go and grab that, put it in there and go, here's my business case. Here's the discovery call and a demo transcript. Can you help me write the business case? And again, I literally did that. I put the discovery transcript in there and some other docs. And then within like a minute or two, if that, I had a business case. It was pretty much ready to go. I just had to tweak it a couple of places. Took me maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and I shipped it off to the prospect, and now I'm in a really good place to win that deal. Really, really simple. Let's say you got a forecast call tomorrow morning. Go in there and be like, hey, I've got a forecast meeting with my boss or a deal review with my line manager. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about this deal. Can you help me score the deal using MEDDPICC? Where am I strong? Where am I weak? Where have I got areas to, close the gaps? What would you recommend I do next? And as long as you've got the context in there, again, it's going to be really, really helpful. Hey, I'm preparing for an upcoming demo. There's going to be these people involved. What can you tell me from the transcript to help me best prepare and nail the demo? Again, it's got all of the context, right? And then finally be like, hey, we're halfway through the quarter now. Where's the risk in this deal? Why would this deal stall? Why would it slip? Why would I win it? Why would I lose it? Go. And it's amazing what it can do once it's got all of the context. So literally just go to ChatGPT right now, create a new project, pick a deal in your pipeline, call it your company name plus that company name, start uploading these files. It won't take you very long, and then save them on your desktop. So every time you want to do this, you can just drag that folder in and it'll take you 2 seconds. And then put in some of the call transcripts and just start asking questions. Hey, where's the risk? Hey, can you write me this email? Hey, can you build me this business case based on this template? Blows my mind how good this stuff is. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If there's anything you want to hear on an upcoming podcast, like I'm just going through what I'm speaking to sales reps and sales teams about the week before when I do these episodes in most cases. But if there's something top of mind for you, just drop me a LinkedIn message or WhatsApp and email, and I'll add it to the list, and I'll just start building content that you guys request. Otherwise, I'll just keep churning out stuff that I'm speaking to sales organizations, which is probably relevant anyway. But yeah, if there's something you want to specifically hear on an upcoming podcast, I do this for you. They're not for my purposes. So yeah, something you want to learn, get better at. Could be cold calling, could be setting up prospecting emails, it could be running a great discovery call, it could be doing good negotiation, it could be using MEDDPICC more effectively in your sales process. Like whatever it is across the entire sales funnel, reach out, let me know. And if you haven't already, grabbed a copy of my new book, The Champion Playbook. How many copies we got left? Not many. Maybe 20, 25 copies, something like that. So yeah, go to the website, therevenueenabler.com. Under resources and learning hub, there'll be a part that says the Champion Playbook, and go and grab a copy and we'll get that shipped out to you. So thanks so much for listening to another episode, and I'll see you on an upcoming episode of the Hit Your Numbers podcast soon. All right, thanks for listening to this episode. I've got something else I want to give you before we wrap up here. So we've built the leading skill optimization platform with 400 plus sales lessons, 12 courses from prospecting all the way through to late stage deal negotiation and more. one-to-one sales coaching and AI sales assistance. And I want to give you 7 days free access to the platform. The reason I want to do this is because nobody gets a degree in B2B sales. And after training and coaching hundreds of sales reps and teams in the last 2 years, most haven't mastered critical selling skills. And it's preventing them from being promoted, earning great money, and building a great career in B2B sales. So go to the revenueenabler.com, grab a free trial, and join hundreds of salespeople that are closing their skill gaps and mastering sales. There's a link in the video description. I'm looking forward to getting you set up. Give me a shout with any questions.